Okay. Here, look at some pretty lights. It's been a really, really long night. It's 7:17 a.m. on February 4th, 2022. I was just watching a couple of card readings, connecting with some of the fellow tribe members. And I was up I was going to go to sleep around 11, but you know who's those stalker people? They were messing with some of my, they had sent people to basically annoy and harass me all night long, some through my own family. So I spent about 5 hours going back and forth, trying to just block people, clear people out, delete, close out Facebook messages and all that stuff. And I'm tired, but I feel good. There's been so much negativity lately on, what's it called? Oh God, I look so tired. It's fucking webcam. There's been so much negativity. So much. And I don't want to deal with it anymore. I don't even want to give those people any more attention. So if you guys are going to continue to steal and do whatever, just know that God sees you. And I want to say some things to those that are actually doing good work. Those of you that are part of our good tribe, good readers like Mariah, Lillian. There's the Vedic astrology ones that are beautiful people, so kind and so pleasant. Really good subliminal channels like the Venus Essentials. She's wonderful, wonderful energy on that channel. Great channels that do Reiki and frequency videos like Elke, Elke. She's wonderful. Reiki by Najat, she's amazing. Reiki by Hilda, she's amazing. There's a wonderful priestess named Maria Petrovska. I cannot even begin to tell you how much her videos have helped me through life. The reason why I've been talking about the negative stuff so much lately is mainly because it's been attacking me a lot. I wonder if I can put this here. Can I? Oh shit. You guys know. Oh fuck. Do you see why I have to put the camera at a fucking specific angle? I can't. Oh my god, please don't. Oh my god. Oh, please work. You gonna work? Are you gonna? It's so funny when I smile on camera. You can see my little fangs. Oh, I fucking hate being on camera. I hate it. There's so many good people in the world, and we've been focusing on the negativity, and it's become so blatant how much the negative forces are trying to get attention. It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. And then how many hair clips do I have on right now? Jesus Christ. And they like, I'm mainly like a little upset, but not really, because of how many people I've trusted and how wrong I've been about it. And not even wrong. Like, I knew some of those people weren't real, genuine people, and I knew that they weren't good people, you know? But the naive part of me trusted them and wanted to believe that they're actually friends and that, well, they were part of the tribe. But they're not. Even some of my family members, like, bought and paid for. My ex, as you guys know, was bought and paid for, and he admitted it. He even told me repeatedly how he's in the long con. My neighbor, the one who got paid $5,000 to go to a staged riot, told me about it after she threatened to shoot me. The other neighbor who has killed people that tried to rape me in my own apartment one night when he was drunk. He's admitted to it. So I'm not making this shit up to be like, oh, I'm making shit up and I'm saying I'm targeted. Like, bitch, I don't want to be targeted. But it's real. It actually happens. It's tiring. It's not even tiring the way that they do stuff. It's tiring that there's so many of them, you know? There's just so many of them. It's like roaches. And they use money to tease people. And then, like, the people that get bought and paid for don't even realize that all that money, it's printed off of, like, dead trees and blood. And you guys could have made that money easily if you were just being authentic and sharing truth instead of being paid to harass your own family. I don't even know what to say or do about it anymore. These glasses make my eyes look so small. And I recently discovered something about what's going on with me inside of me. So I can't allow myself to be stressed out anymore as much. And I gotta quit smoking. I haven't smoked any weed in like over a month. And let me tell you, PTSD without any, the amount of strength I have is absurd. I've unsubscribed from nearly every, like, there's only 2 card readers I still am subscribed to, and only because they're like soul sisters in a way. We see each other in dreams and we help each other out. We usually pick up on the same, like, threads of information, or we see the same threads from a different point of view, you know? It's nice. And they're really good people. Like, they're genuinely good people. But I'm so grateful that I was fooled so many times. Because now I know what that feeling feels like. The feeling of being fooled by somebody feels like, oh, is that a friend? No. When it's somebody from your soul tribe, there's an instant recognition. There isn't a kind of, what's the word in English? Like the googly-eyed feeling towards people, you know? When they're really part of your soul tribe, you feel at peace and at ease with them. You know when they're channeling, you know when they're talking about you, you know when they're not talking about you. There's no confusion. They're honest. You can tell the honesty. But I didn't really listen to my intuition regarding a lot of them. And then watching a lot of their videos and trying to give them support, even though part of me knew better, muddled my ability and my abilities. And it didn't click until I was watching one of Lillian's videos and she was talking about runes. And I was like, wait a minute, runes? Like, why haven't I been using runes all this time? And it just kind of was like a common sense bitch slap from my higher self and Lillian, like, bitch, use your runes. And I was like, oh my God, runes. I immediately started utilizing runes and I sat there and meditated, visualized all the runes in front of me. I don't even know all their names. I don't know all their meanings, but I looked at the symbols themselves. And a few days later, everything just started seeming so clear. People started like really showing who they are. Before I was testing the waters, really trying to see who's who. And like I would notice in certain videos, like on Carissa's channel and Natalie's channel, like people I don't really like anymore because of how insidiously shady and two-faced they are. I notice how they would legit copy what I would say. They would use the decks I'm using. They would like cut parts of my voice and put it in their videos as if they're saying it. And then they would make little snarky insults about stuff I had in my apartment, but they would say it as if they're just making a random general comment. They would make comments about my physical appearance or what I was wearing in certain videos, but they would say it in a way where it's like a joke they're making about somebody else. And it didn't click in my mind because ever since I've been little, I've been really naive and really gullible, like a really trusting person. My heart's always been open and I really trusted people easily. I gave everybody the benefit of the doubt of like, oh, this person's legit, they're cool. You know, even if they have darkness in them, it's okay. You know, I can help them. I can help them find their way to their light. I can help them be better. Little did I know, they like being the way they are. And there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, over the years, I've cried so fucking much. I mean, you can tell how stressed out I look, but I don't feel stressed out anymore. I feel relieved, especially with the news I've gotten recently. I feel really relieved, surprised and shook, but really relieved. And it's taken me at least 3 days now to still process it. And it still hasn't sunk into my mind. Like, it's happening. It's really happening. And I'm terrified. I'm fucking terrified of what's going on inside me. but it's a good thing. It's a really good thing. And I'll tell you one of these days. I ran a virus scanner on my phone and I found 3 spywares. So if you guys have been getting any kind of weird shit from me on your phones other than like donation notifications that I've sent you donations, because I've been sending donations out a lot. I just got my check, so I've been sending donations to everybody that I care about and support, because I don't really need the money myself here, so I use my check to pay the bills, get my food, whatever I need, necessities, and then I give back to the community. So if you're getting messages of me like requesting money from you or shit like that, it's not me. I know my phone's been hacked too, and my data has been spread over the internet by these people. I don't even know what to say about it. I mean, if you guys know me, you know that I don't reach out to anybody, and when I comment on your pages, it's to show you support. Other than that, I don't really comment on them. I recently commented on Lillian's comment on her community board to confirm something that she was experiencing and to thank her for her confirmation. And then there was like copycat people like commenting on my comment, trying to make me look bad. It was so fucked up. It was so fucked up. It's like, bro, I'm just trying to be nice. Why are you guys like trying to be fucked up? Even the things I can do, my gifts and abilities, they've been so enhanced that it's kind of getting scary how good I am at certain things and how much I'm predicting stuff and seeing things happen, and even the things I say like that are going to happen, like they're legitimately happening. So I can't, with the amount of power I have, I can't continue to play these, negative Nancy games with you guys. I'm I'm just calling the ancestors onto the bastards, and the ancestors can deal with you guys. I have other things I need to prioritize now, like taking care of my body, because the next year is going to be and I can't even tell anybody because I have no idea who I can trust. I have no idea who to ask for help, and I have no idea where to go. So I'm going to do what I would tell somebody else to do. Focus on myself and keep doing God's work. Keep sharing the truth and stay out of the drama. Like I was saying earlier, I've unsubscribed from every single card reader except Lillian and Mariah. And on the Vedic astrology sites, I'm learning so much through astrology, so much through the planets, especially when I was doing those planetary channelings like the sun, the moon, Pluto, Neptune, and all that. I'm going to be doing a lot more of those. I'm really comfortable doing those. I'll be doing more specific zodiac sign readings just to break down the information for you guys so that it's easier for you guys to comprehend. Because I know sometimes when I'm channeling, the information is just overload. I mean, it's a lot for me, especially when like Mother Mary comes through and all like Lilith comes through and all that. It's so fucking intense. You guys have no idea how much my body shakes afterwards and how much I have to eat and rest and sleep and ground myself, because I literally embody that energy and I become that person. It's insane to go through all that and to channel all that, and then to have my entire nervous system restructurize itself to that of a goddess, of ancient beings, of aeons and archons, and then to click the video off and that energy just dissipates into my auric field, and then it becomes a part of me. And I have nobody here to like hug or to give me a back rub. I had to go and scrub my own fucking tubs. I have to run my own bath and do my own laundry and all that. And it's going to be a lot more difficult for me to be able to do that on my own this coming year. But I know I can do it. I've done it on my own for 41 years now, and I can keep doing it. It's fine. I mean, whenever God thinks I need help, He'll send me help. And He hasn't sent me help yet, so I'm assuming I can keep doing this on my own for now. Though some extra money would be nice so I can get some card decks, because I love the artwork. And I gotta save up like $3,000 to go get a bridge for my 2 front teeth. And it's really just 2 front teeth, just one on either side. These 2 fangs here, they've always been there. And I found a dentist who isn't bought and paid for, and she's willing to work with me. It's just I need to give them the copay because the insurance isn't covering all of it. So then I can actually like smile without squinching my face. But this was another one of their tactics, to keep me away from the internet and to keep me away from talking to you guys, and to make me feel self-conscious and insecure and ugly and all that. And that's why that Dr. Arnold guy did this. They paid him. That experience was so traumatic, you guys. I can't even begin to tell you how scared I was in that doctor's chair, in that dentist chair. His assistant was literally holding my fucking hands down while he was pushing this like piece of paper in between my tooth and pulling my tooth out with a piece of paper, a perfectly healthy tooth. And then when I felt the tooth snap, the one over here, he snapped it off, and then I felt the next one to a crack because the pressure pushed the other tooth over and cracked it. When I felt that pain, even through all that Novocaine, I sat up and I jumped up and I almost screamed. I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I'm just trying to get this in paper in between so I can drill." I'm like, "No, we're done here." And he's like, "No, it's okay. Just wait a minute." And stupid me, I was like, "Okay." And then he brought the drill out and he started drilling the tooth that had the one cavity that I went in to check. And I felt the drill go across the front teeth, and he just cut all of the my 4 front teeth down. I cried so much that day. I cried so fucking much that day. And his nurse, she was like, "Sorry, this stuff happens sometimes." I left that office in tears. And then my dad was sitting downstairs waiting. He's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." He didn't even do anything. He didn't even like go up there to yell at them. He didn't go up there and be like, "What the fuck did you do to my kid?" Nothing. He just drove back home. It was fucking disgusting. It's so ridiculous how much stuff I've been through, man. And then for people to think that I'm sitting here doing dark magic, like, bro, I'm fucking sitting here recovering from 41 years of abuse. I'm too busy to do dark magic. And even if I did, I'd probably cast it on myself to get myself out of this planet. Like, I've been bullshitted so much in my life, the last thing I want to do is cause any negativity in any of your lives. That's why I call the negativity out, so you guys cannot involve yourselves with that, because I don't want you guys to suffer. I want you guys to have a good life. That's why I spend hours at a time channeling, doing these videos for you, meditating and clearing my body out, detoxing and doing all these things. And then like people start picking on the one thing I do that's considered an addiction, of just smoking cigarettes. Like, what do I not, am I not allowed to have a coping mechanism here? I mean, goddamn, how much am I supposed to sit here and fucking meditate and kumbaya myself into fucking oblivion? I don't even have sex. I don't even have a boyfriend or a friend. Like, I really don't. You guys don't comprehend that, do you? The only people I talk to are you guys on the fucking internet. I was trying to talk to my brother online this morning, and for 5 fucking hours, he was just fucking having a narcissistic, sociopathic fucking episode with me, sending me paragraphs on Facebook about how, like, this and that. And I'm like, dude, it's 5 in the fucking morning. And he's like, yo, you're being defensive. I'm like, well, of course I'm being defensive. Like, you've had me fucking sitting here talking with you for 4 fucking hours while I'm sitting here crying because of what's going on inside me, and I have no idea how to fucking handle it. And he's busy like pretending to be mightier than thou. It's fucking ridiculous. Am I even live? Like, why are there there's people here? Is there even a chat room? I thought I was recording this on private so I could make it public for you guys afterwards without a chat room. But there's people here. Oh shit. Fucking ancestors. Thanks for clicking the like button. I don't see a chat room, so I can't interact with you guys, but if you're there, hi. I didn't even know it's public. I'm so tired. I was even pulling cards. I'm like, what do you guys want me to do? Go to sleep or make a video? And I got the magician card. I'm like, are you kidding me? And the next card out was the Three of Cups from the Dreams of Gaia, where it's like handing out a gift. They just won't let me, bro. They won't let me rest. Please, you guys, be careful who you're watching, because I can't keep doing this to keep warning you guys. I can't keep watching all these card readings to like tune in on their energy and see what they're doing and to tell you if they're good or bad. Please start training yourselves. It's exhausting for people like me to be doing your work for you, because I'm the one getting the energetic backlash from like observing all these different readers, and it's not my job to do it for you. I'm not the Oracle police. You guys should know by now when people are fucking with you, and you guys should know when they're lying to you. And considering all of the technology in the world that's used for spyware, you guys should be aware that if people know a lot of your private details, and they're not real oracles, they're not chosen ones, they don't have the royal bloodline, they don't have the actual gift from God, and they know about your secrets, then they're spying on you. They're not good psychics, they're good sidekicks. Just be careful with them, okay? I mean, I really have nothing to hide from you. I'm sitting here at 7 in the morning, been up all night. In my fucking glasses with ponytail and my little sweater. With my comfy pillows tied with a belt on my, what is this? Computer chair. With my tore up curtains that I've decided to somehow make look really cute, because Lily decided to go on a climbing fest and tear out all the fucking blinds. that were 10 years old in this apartment, and they want me to pay them money to replace them. Like, bitches should have replaced them before I moved in here. But they want me to replace them for the next person that moves in here. I'm not doing it. They're going to keep the security deposit anyway, use that money for it. Even the landlord, bro, she's been fucking stalking me. She showed up at my front door with green hair, and I'm like, oh, what inspired you to have that green hair? She's like, oh, it just came to me. It's so pathetic. Like, even saying this shit out loud and hearing myself say it, it's just like, I cannot believe these people are real. There she goes again. Lily, stop licking the curtains. Did you guys see that? That's what she does. She licks them, climbs on them, and starts licking the tags that are on the top of the curtains. Because some of the curtains I had to hang upside down because she kept licking the tags from when they were hanging down there, and she would pull the curtains down. She was sitting on my fucking closet, or in the closet earlier, scratching my jackets and licking them. I swear to God, I don't think that's a cat. I think it's some like weird spy bot or something made to look like a cat. That cat doesn't show me any love, and she destroys everything I treasure in this house. And she scratches me all the time. And I do nothing but feed her, take care of her, play with her, love her, and she doesn't want any of it. She just sits there spying on me from corners and then does shit like that. I tried to give her up for adoption so many times, and the adoption agencies won't take her. Wisconsin Humane Society won't take her. I posted on Facebook, and some gang stalking bitch commented on my adoption post to give her up for adoption, and she's like, "Oh, she's already been adopted. She's not up for adoption anymore." Like, who the fuck are you? So obviously she's not here for my benefit, because if she was, somebody else wouldn't come in and say, no, she stays here. And then she stays here, and a week later she's tearing up the house again. Like, you guys don't recognize that there's things called changelings. And if you can hear that noise, that's her. She sits there doing that for no reason, for hours on end, sitting in the corner, sitting under my bed, just making that noise. Demons in flesh, man. Hell is empty and the demons are here on earth. My God, I have so much gray hair. It's okay though. I'll shapeshift later. I'm waiting for her to stop. She's still doing it. Are you done? Do you guys remember how happy I was when she came here? I was so happy. I recorded so many videos of her. I took so many pictures of her. I didn't even want a cat. I wanted a dog, because cats were, after Corey stole the cats, I didn't want to have any more cats. It was too heartbreaking. And then lo and behold, the day I was looking, like the day I was going to go and adopt a dog, the neighbor brought the cat. Just to like interrupt me and, get in my way so I wouldn't get a dog. And I haven't been able to give her to anybody since then. She doesn't even eat the food I buy for her, by the way, the wet canned food. I've spent over, I mean, in 3 years, one can of food a day, 365, like $1 a can, $365 times three. What is that? 900, almost $1,200 on food that I've literally thrown in the garbage. I swear to God, I swear, I think she's only eaten maybe 5 cans total. And she eats some of her dry kibble and then she throws it up and then she eats a puke and then throws it up again. I don't get it. So if any of you want Lily and you're in the Wisconsin area, you can have her. Because I want to get myself a dog, one that will actually cuddle and hug and play and I can go for walks with instead of this monster. And as far as you guys who are doing all the shady shit to me and copying me and all that stuff, you guys should be ashamed. You guys have your own light, your own skills. Why don't you do that? I mean, I know I'm amazing and all that, but you guys are amazing too. So why don't you do something that you guys do so we can all be amazing? Why copy me or others other chosen ones and royalty people and all that, other oracles? Why copy us when you guys have your own gifts and talents? Why do people like me need to make videos and tell you guys, hey, stop copying us? And then for you guys to turn around and say we're crazy. But you guys are the crazy ones because you're dismissing your own gifts while you copy ours. And you're not even very good at it. I mean, really. If you go, I've mentioned a lot of the copycats. Go look at their channels. You'll see a lot of their videos, their hair colors, their set equipment looks like my fucking living room. This isn't a set, this is my fucking living room. And they're like, oh, Celeste is doing this. Oh, she's not even a real girl. Oh, well, I'm going to show you who's not really a real girl in the body here, bitches. We'll see soon, won't we? Fuck. Now I know that that's possible. I didn't think it was possible. I did not think it was possible for me to be experiencing what I'm experiencing, but it's fucking possible. Oh. And I don't know what's going on with these weird dreams I'm having about these robots and underground whatevers. I don't know. Some of you guys think I'm associated with secret societies. You guys, I'm genuinely uninvolved with any secret society. Trust that. If I was, I'd be at least living in my own house, having my own car, because most secret societies, from what I've been told and what I've been shown in dream state, they give a welcome package to their new recruits after the new recruits sign in blood. And the welcome package includes at least 10,000 or more subscribers on their social media. And it's instant overnight or within a month, they get 1,000 and then another 1,000 and then another 1,000 and then boom, they're at 10,000. And then suddenly when they're at 60,000 and they're like, oh, we have 60,000 subscribers. And then a week later, they're at 100,000 subscribers. Yeah, that's because they have secret societies supporting them. They also get money for houses, cars, their bills paid, their debts paid off, and then petty cash to spend. That's their MO. I don't even know what MO means, but I've heard that they're like mark or something. I'm not involved with any of it. I don't know. I don't know, but I know I'm being involved in it and being targeted by them. Last night there were people outside my window again talking shit about me right downstairs outside my window. Like right here, like 6 feet down there, 6 to 7 feet down. Because I have another neighbor down here, and these, I guess they're 10 feet from floor to ceiling, so 12 feet, whatever. But yeah, I love you guys. I really do. And the only reason why I haven't sat in front of the camera like this is because I've been embarrassed because of what the dentist did to my teeth. And that's the only reason. God's honest truth. I've been embarrassed. I mean, I've gone through a lot in the recent 4 years that has really drastically changed my appearance, including the hormones I was given that were the wrong dosages for about 3 years. So I was thinking I was actually giving myself estrogen injections, but it wasn't estrogen I was being injected with until I spoke to another doctor and I verified with the previous doctor. And they're like, you're on the wrong dosage. That's not even like, we don't give anybody that low of a dosage. What are you even on that for? That's like a test dosage to see if you're allergic to it. And I'm like, well, that's what the other doctor told me to inject for, 3 years. And they're like, no, honey, no. You're supposed to be injecting like the entire needle. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, that's 0.5 milliliters, right? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, how much did they tell you? And I told them that they said it's the first line right at the edge of the needle. And I'm like, that's it? They were like, yeah. And when I told the like volunteer nurse that was there at the clinic, she's like, are you kidding? They lied to you. So I've been on a proper dosage of estrogen to balance out the fuckery that they were doing for roughly 2 months out of 4 years of me being lied to. And then the testosterone blockers I was on before without ever being on estrogen to balance out the testosterone overdrive that was caused by their directed whatevers. That stuff was killing me. So you see these like dry skin lines here? That was because that stuff was seeping out all of the liquid in my body. And like it was horrible, horrible. And they had me on such a high dose that it was killing me. My body wasn't making any hormones. It was so horrible. And my family thought I was going crazy and I was like fighting all the time and I was dying. And nobody was even taking me to a doctor. I like had so many near death experiences and people were like, you can't have that many near death experiences. Like, bro, you can't have the kind of life I've lived either. Consider yourself fucking lucky. Consider yourselves lucky. So I don't know what you guys think that I do or I say or like I'm doing, but this is my life. Like this is it. Just me in this apartment and cards. That's it. And the Piggly Wiggly. Oh, and the Dollar Tree. And maybe once every 3 months, if somebody feels, holier and mightier than thou, to come and drive me to a Goodwill so I can go get some clothes. But other than that, I've started teaching myself how to sew so I can take my old clothes that I used to wear when, like the boy clothes, so I can tear them up and make clothes that fit me. especially with the next few months. I'm gonna need to like resize all my clothes. God help me. Please remove the thoughts from your mind that I do anything with ill intent towards anyone. Even the dark magicians, like I just send it to the ancestors. I can't deal with it. I never have. I call you guys out. I tell you how it makes me feel. I tell you how I feel about it. And most of the time, it's all through channeling states. And I don't even channel the way other people channel. I don't bring in that energy to me. I don't allow entities into my body. I open a source channel, a God channel communication. I go right to the source. I don't deal with the matrix. I don't deal with entities or any of that stuff. I go right to God outside the matrix. I pull that thread, I bring it down, and I let that thread reverberate. I never allow it in me. I allow it to speak through me. And the only thing that I allow to speak through me is God. And God is everything. So God changes the tone of what's being spoken. And I don't mean God as in a biblical God. I don't mean God as in a goddess. I mean the entire fabric of existence. It's not a conscious, it's not a entity, it's not a form, it doesn't have genitals or a gender. It fractalizes itself in all those ways, yes, but it doesn't stay in that way. So you know how some people channel Lucifer or like Archangel Michael and all that? And that's them pulling like let me show you this. I guess this is easier. If this is God, channelers pull these threads and they channel one of these at a time. What I do is I go to this tree and I sit there by the tree and I let the light of that tree reflect off of me to you. I don't leave my body. I stay in my body. I've built enough with possessions in my life. I have done enough exorcisms in my life on other people, for other people. Please don't fall over. So I know how demons work, and I know how trickster energies work, and I don't deal with them. They come to me, absolutely. They try, but they're not allowed in here. And so many of you don't comprehend that psychics as powerful as me can exist. And I hesitate to use the word psychic, but the life I've had and the experiences I've had and what I've been chosen to do here by God has required me to be a pure channel, a pure vessel, which means I can do a lot of things that I don't even know I can do. It's not an ego thing. It's not a like a boosting myself type of thing. I'm being really honest and vulnerable with you. I can do a lot of things, and if I sat down and listed them off to you, you would think I'm making it up. But I've proven it to you. From creatures I've said will come into existence, and they do, to weather patterns I've told you how they're going to be, and they are, to billionaires losing money, and the next day they do, to children being found and protected, and they do, you know, what the secret societies are doing. I have no fucking idea how I know it, but I know it. Shooting lightning, communicating with Gaia as Gaia, communicating with the earth itself and the weather, like earth patterns and earthquakes. I know all that stuff. Tuning into the planets and channeling their energy in and like reading that energy and translating it instantly. I don't know how I do it. I just do it. I don't think about it. I don't try to figure it out. Just like when I'm dealing with Lilith energy and like demons, I have absolutely no fear of them, and they don't fuck with me. Human beings fuck with me, and when human beings send demons towards me, the demons don't mess with me, like, at all. We're like buddy buddy, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Angels and demons and aeons and archons, like, why do you think I know so much about them? Because they tell me. They don't hide shit from me, and I don't try to like banish them or like doom them or destroy them. I send them back to their mom. I mean, fuck, I even told you guys months and years before the whole COVID thing, and I didn't even know how I knew, but I was telling you about it. And when I was watching those videos, I'm like, oh my god, I'm talking about that, and boom, like, there it is. And then some of the videos I put out that you people laugh at, like, do you guys not notice Source uses me to find you guys that do that shit? I just noticed it. I pity the fool. I pity the fool that laughs at me. And not out of me being like, oh, I'm better than you. No, like, if you're laughing at me for something, bro, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get exactly what you're laughing at. And that's not a threat. It's just how. I laughed at an old man once. It was the last time I ever laughed at anybody that had a physical weird thing on their body. And I'm gonna tell you this. I was sitting on a train. I was 26 years old, and I was going from Boys Town, Chicago, around Belmont and Clark. I was riding the red line back to Skokie, to the yellow line in Skokie, or in Rogers Park, to go back to Skokie with the yellow line. And this old man was sitting on the train, and bro, he had so much fucking hair in his ears. Like, so much. I can't. It was so much. Like, lycanthropy. I still, to this day, cannot get over how much fucking hair this werewolf person had in his ears and on his ears. God is my witness. I woke up the next day with a fucking hair on my earlobe. And I was like, ah! It was horrible. Never laughed at anybody again for any other stuff. Ever. So when I tell you, if you laugh at physical features or things on other people, you're going to get exactly what you laughed at. If you like harass other people who are less well off than you, you're going to become just like them. The universe has a really fucking snarky sense of humor where it turns the tables with a plot twist. So everybody that's been like making fun of me and laughing at me, copying me, the universe's plot twist for that is I'm going to get all the money and the fame that they were copying and building up. And then the universe takes it from them and brings it to me because they used my energy to gain that. And then my energy comes back to me because it's an energy loop. And then they get what I had when they were laughing at me. Tables turn. Which is why I keep telling you guys, please behave. Please behave. Which is why I haven't been in front of the camera since my teeth broke, because I didn't want your guys' teeth to be fucked up, because I knew some of you would laugh at me. Especially some of you that were laughing at that video I posted where I was calling out the gang stalkers in front of the mirror and I was being super extra. And you guys were laughing at it. Do you know how many people have like lost family members and lost physical beauty because of what they laughed at in that video? You guys should know better, man. Like, if you guys are over the age of 7 and you're still laughing at each other or like poking fun or forming groups, like, we're not in 7th grade anymore. We're not in 5th grade. They're sure the fuck ain't high school, and we're not in the college with the sororities. So if you guys are like above the age of 20 and you're still doing shit like that, like petty shit, then there's a mental problem in your heads because you guys still haven't figured out humanity and unity. And that's not insulting you. That's how it is. You go ask a psychiatrist if two people are mocking each other or two people gathering and mocking a third person, who's the one with the problem? The two people that are finding community in mocking a third person. Now, if they're forming, societies and groups and governments based on this kind of behavior, then it's based on a mental illness, isn't it? Because it's a bunch of mentally ill people coming together to make themselves feel like they're not mentally ill because misery loves company and insanity loves company. So you guys be a little be more aware, use your discernment, especially with people that have like super chats on their videos, and then you notice how many people are commenting in their videos about how they're focused on the card reader's beauty instead of the message, and they're like showering them with $100 bills over and over like they're a stripper. There's something wrong there, because when you're in the presence of a real oracle, you're usually too busy being astounded by the amount of light and messages coming through, and you're being spoken to by your own guides. You're kind of too busy to like click a like button or to donate money because you're absorbing information. In the other chat rooms, as you guys have noticed, there's usually people who are like having their own conversations, who are the chats just spamming over and over. And this isn't for everybody. I know like a lot of readers who are pretty good at what they do and they have really active chats. That's not for them, because usually most of those chats are in relation to what the message is. I'm talking about the chats where the chat is completely focused on victim mentality and sex. Like, what the fuck? If I'm sitting in the Oracle of Delphi's, temple, and there's like 1,000 people in front of me, and they're all having a conversation with each other instead of listening, the guards would shoo them out. Money or no money, like leave your money and get out. Like show some respect to the person on the platform. But they're too busy noticing breasts or imperfections or commenting about what their ex did or their baby daddy or their baby mama, and they're ignoring the messenger. I noticed that earlier today in two different live streams before I unsubscribed from a bunch of channels. They were completely disrespecting the reader. And I sat there and I was like, wow, like they're legit just not paying attention to this reader at all. They're commenting on their own shit, having their own discussions. And they were like just not even donating to the reader while the reader's going there sharing truth and messages and she's doing her amazing job. And these people are talking about their exes and their people like being, molested and all this shit, like spreading poison in the chat room. And when I was sitting there, I felt so sick to my stomach. Like, do I want to be a part of this? Fuck no. Fuck no. Fuck that. I have too much fucking self-respect to even if I had super chats active with like the 1,000 subscribers that I have been denied by the gang stalkers. Even if I had that, like if we're talking and I'm sharing messages with you and channeling, and I notice you guys are having like your own conversation in the chat box about random negative bullshit, I'll just stop the video because I'm not here to create a chat room for you guys. I'm here to share a message from your guides, ancestors, and God to you. I'm not here to be praised for my beauty or lack thereof, or for my fucking flaws, or if I'm hunched over, if, my hair is messed up, or like none of that's important. If I really wanted to, I can put on some moisturizer, put on some fucking eyeliner and some mascara, some fucking lipstick, carry myself, more dignified and wear sexy clothes and come here and probably get 1 million subscribers. But that's not the point. I mean, how many fucking card readers do you see, especially the other one? God, that I trusted her so fucking much, man. So fucking much. I wouldn't even like get messages from her videos, but I would sit there clicking, like going from her videos on her channel, clicking on every one of her videos to click like to show her support, like to support her channel. And then I started noticing her hair color changed to my hair color, her set changed to my, so like depictions of what I had here. And then she started insulting me, like passive aggressive insults. And the entire time she's sitting there, flicking her hair like this, grabbing her tits, showing her chest like this, putting wigs on and wearing costumes and like pounds of makeup, like pounds of makeup. And she's like, oh yeah, I just got my fake eyelashes put in. And her eyelashes are like this long, like fucking spider legs coming out of her face. Oh my God. And then she's like constantly smiling with her mouth full open, but you can tell her teeth are fake because her teeth are like this, like fake, fake, fake. And then I did some research. Did you know veneers and shit like that on you can get them online for like $35 or something, and they like you can put them on and they give you perfect teeth, right? But there's only a few styles. So I was looking at the styles and I noticed my guides were like, bing, 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 bing. Remember these 5 people you were watching? Remember their smile? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, and I was like, no. And they were like, yep, them bitches lost their teeth because they were doing dark magic. And I'm like, seriously? And I pulled some fucking cards, 5 of Swords, 7 of Swords, 10 of Swords. I'm like, shit. So a lot of them that you think have really good teeth actually have worse teeth than anybody you've ever seen. And they use veneers to cover it up. And then they talk shit about people like me who've been genuinely abused physically by medical professionals multiple times. Prior to that dentist breaking these 2 in the front, the other dentist I used to go to, she was bought and paid for by the Illuminatis, and she injected mercury into 2 teeth on either side and 2 teeth on either side here, which poisoned my gums for about 10 years. And I still have 1 mercury filling left that no dentist is removing. No matter where I go, they're like, oh, it's not mercury, but I'm looking at the tooth and there's a fucking mercury filling in there. And they're like, no, that's not mercury. That's just a color of your tooth. I'm like, bruh, it's fucking black. They're like, that's your tooth. I'm like, that's not my tooth. It's fucking metal. Like a metal filling in there of mercury. And they won't remove it. They just won't remove it. I've gone to at least 7 different dentists in the past 5 years, 6 years. Every single one of them. Nope, there's nothing wrong. But we're going to blast you with x-rays. Okay, can I have copies of the x-rays? Oh yeah, we'll send them to you. I have not gotten a single copy of my x-rays. It's so fucking pathetic. And then people want to judge me based on my teeth, and they're like, oh, that bitch's teeth are falling out. I'm like, no, I actually have really good, strong teeth. It's just 2 right in the front, and then that one that's the mercury filling that won't go away. Other than that, I've taken great care of my teeth my entire life. I've flossed every morning, every night. I fucking brush my teeth every morning, every night. I scrape my tongue. I eat a lot of honey. I barely eat any sugar except a spoon, half a teaspoon in my coffee. And that's only 1 cup that has sugar in it. The rest of it is usually just a little bit of cream. And I only drink like a sip or 2 from it just to like warm myself up. And then I pour the rest of it out. The rest of the time, I'm actually drinking herbal tea. You guys hear the coffee machine in the background, but it's not really coffee. I'm boiling water in there quicker than I would if I put the pot on boiling water to boil because my stove is electric and it takes fucking forever to heat anything up. So I just pour the water in the coffee machine and boil it and then pour some tea over it. Or pour it over some tea bags. Or loose leaf tea. I have a lot of good loose leaf tea. I'm really good at making those myself. I grew my own chamomile last summer, so I have an entire jar of chamomile tea that I have. Did you know when I was growing stuff over the summer, the neighbors were poisoning my crops in the backyard over here? Two fat little Mexicans. I saw them one morning and they were pouring fucking rat poison over my herbs. And then remember when I had my puppy Luna? The crazy fucking neighbor tried to kill my dog. Like, legit tried to fucking kill my dog. And then the other neighbor who gave me Lily tried to fucking choke my dog. He came up to me and he's like, "May I pet her?" I'm like, "Sure, but be careful. She's a puppy. She bites." And he was like, "Aw." And I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm just checking her neck." I'm like, "Get your hands off her." Fucking lunatics, man. And you guys think I've been asking for like donations and shit to like support fucking addictions. Bro, I've been trying to get myself out of this fucking location. Why do you think they haven't let me have 1,000 subscribers so I can do super chats? Why do you think like they hacked my bank account and my phone? Why do you think they fucking screwed with my debit cards? Because they want me in these locations. Because God forbid, right? If I had an extra $1,000 a month where I could have a car and I could actually go sit by the lake, or I could like go to a real grocery store instead of this fucking Piggly Wiggly with its 5 different fruits and that's it. You want fruits? Yeah. What do you got? Apples, oranges, pears, grapefruit, and a pineapple. Okay. Do you have vitamins? Nope. Do you have fish? Nope. Okay. And then that handler they sent over, Colin, bro, he fucking took me everywhere that Corey used to take me. And then he's like, "Does this place look familiar to you?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, why?" I'm like, "My ex-husband used to take me there." He's like, "Oh." For like a month, he took me shopping to a grocery store twice. And then he like imposed himself in my apartment overnight because he wouldn't go home because he was waiting for me to sleep so he could put shit in like spy cam shit in my apartment. I pretended to be asleep at one point and I saw him walking around the apartment like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm bugging your apartment." I'm like, "Oh, at least you're honest about it." Like, I swear to God. And then the other guys who commented on my fucking comments before, one of them was named Master Chief, your handler. Like, bro. And then they fucking make a fake account pretending to be me so they can go like, you know, talk shit to other people as if it's me doing it. And then people think that I'm a bad person because somebody's pretending to be me to like make me look like a bad person. And then they're like, "Oh no, she just has multiple personalities. She doesn't remember." And their first fucking like answer always is that I'm crazy. Bro, if I'm crazy, why are there so many of you calling me crazy? How do I even know all of you? And then they send me memes on Facebook of like shit they copied from my videos and like they put my face next to a dick or they put my face next to their ass while they're taking a shit. I swear to God. And they're like, oh, ha ha, ha, isn't it funny? And I'm like, block, delete. And then I save the link so I can show it to you guys. And then, like, within the 5 minutes, the link's gone. So they just post it so I can see it, and then they delete the URL. Even some of the comments I've made in support of other channels, they delete those comments. And I go back to see the posts where the post was, and the post is gone. And then people think that I deleted the comment. Like, I've shown you guys repeatedly how many times I'm showing you that I'm going to my YouTube studio, showing you the comments that are missing and disappeared. This other bitch in the chat room a few days ago, she came into the chat room and she started typing and talking, and then she started retracting all of her messages after I was talking to her and answering the question to make me look like I was talking to myself. The lengths these guys go to. So I'm just going to put this out there. If you guys ever think that I'm doing something negative to you, please, please, please message me. Message me personally. Make certain I'm video calling with you to respond to you. You don't have to be on camera with me, but make certain that you see me talking to you, verifying to you that either yes, I fucking hate you, or yes, it was me, or no, it wasn't me, and I have no idea what you're talking about, and let's go figure it out. But don't assume that just because somebody shows up with the name StarKindler or Celeste or Will or whatever the fuck else they're trying to pull off, that it's me doing it. I'm literally avoiding social media 99% of the time, and all I do is show support to people on the internet because I don't like feeling alone that much, because I've been alone my entire life and I've done everything alone my entire life. My entire life. I'm used to it. I just don't like it. I prefer a community, a family. I prefer tribes and, sisterhoods and brotherhoods where we're united. Even if it's just me showing support and like hanging out with you so the house isn't so. Can you imagine living like this? And then to be perpetually harassed by medical people, police, neighbors, landlords, family, and then majority of people on the internet. Boring, isn't it? So what do? I read books. I write. I design tarot cards. I play with tarot cards. I go through YouTube and I check different websites, different channels, and I research different topics. I learn about different things. I'm learning about astrology and different planets and their meanings and the Vedic and the tropical stuff. And then I watch videos on these topics. If I'm like watching through my news feed and I see that they're on YouTube and I see that there's like a video showing different cards and images of cards that I've never seen, I'll click on it to see what deck they're using, and then I write thank you in the comment section and I click the like button and I jump out the video. Or I have like prayer and meditations playing in the background for just background music. Or I like sit and watch TV, and the only TV I have is Netflix and Amazon Prime, and they've been hacked too, so they keep like cutting it off when I'm watching it. And then I like reload Netflix and then they close it off again, and then I reload it a third time and they close it off again, over and over and over until I get bored of not wanting to watch it. So then I go pick up a coloring book or I go and draw different things by myself. Or I work with crystals. And I do crystal healing, or I do, set intentions for the elements in the world, and I take care of the world's children. I pray for them. I cast white magic spells for them to protect them and to take care of them. I do defensive magic for nature, for the animals of the world. I do, clarity magic, as you've seen with the videos I've posted, where I'm, with the candle and the cards, and I do fire magic with light magic so that I share that light and the warmth with the world. You guys that don't know about this stuff think it's black magic. I don't deal with black magic. I know all about black magic. I don't deal with it, but if I see it, I can weave that black magic right out of your hands and throw it into some violet flame and turn it into white magic and send it right back to you. And then you think I'm attacking you, but it's actually your magic being returned back to you with blessings. Of course, it's going to seem like an attack to you because it's actually helping heal you and bring you back to the light. And you guys are like, oh, Celeste does black magic. Bitch, get over yourself. Don't flatter yourselves. I would not even bother putting that negative karma on myself or my children, my future children, my past children, my family, or any of it. You guys are doing enough negative karma on your own. I don't need to add to it. It's exhausting. It's fucking exhausting. 4 fucking years of crying nearly every single day over some abusive fucking bastard, and then all the fucking isolation and intentional abuse I've experienced. And some of you guys still have the fucking audacity to look at me as the enemy. Do I look like an enemy? Look at me. Look at me. Do I? Do these eyes look like the eyes of somebody who bothers to hurt anybody? Or do they look like the eyes of somebody who's fucking cried a lot because they've been abused a lot? I don't even know what to do with it anymore. My entire life, I've never had a genuine friend. Ever. Even that friend I thought I had from when I was 16, her name was Kat. She was stealing from me, writing children's books based on advice she was like filtering out of me every night, like 2 to 3 in the morning on Facebook. Oh, my kids are going through this. Do you have any advice? And then she would write that advice in her children's books and make money out of it. I didn't even know about any of this stuff. And then when her husband died, she's like, oh, my husband died. And I'm like, the fuck? The same husband that I gave you a blessing for to have children with, and you got 2 children, and then 7 years later he drops dead after you started. What? What did you do? And I started meditating and asking my guides what's going on, and all I kept seeing, remember that dream I told you where there was a black wolf that was trying to break into my house, and the wolf was decapitated, and a bunch of babies' hands were crawling out of its head? That was a horrible fucking nightmare. Lo and behold, she has wolf in her name, and she was writing children's books. I didn't know about this at that time. After I had that dream, I talked to her. I'm like, so what are you doing? She's like, I'm writing children's books. And I was like, oh. And then a few months after that, her husband passed away. God was like, bitch, you're going to steal and you're going to corrupt the world's children? All right, there goes your children's daddy. I felt so bad for her. I spent so much time helping her take care of her kids. Even after that, I made so many videos to help her kids, like meditation videos, the click this and just breathe. I had made that for her kids because her kids were suffering from anxiety because of all the dark shit she was doing. And then she had her mom and her dad follow me on Facebook and send me horrible, horrible, horrible fucking messages on Facebook every fucking day. And then they would delete the messages where Facebook would say message has been removed. Like, the fuck? And she's like, oh, I don't know why they're doing that. My parents are weird. when I go to sleep, I can't even get rest because I'm constantly doing spiritual work in the dream realm. No matter how much I say I'm not doing it, we end up doing spiritual work. So I'm conscious in my dreams. I'm conscious when I'm awake. I don't get rest ever. Can you tell? Oh, and I make bracelets. Can you tell how many I get bored and I make? And I have like tons of them all over the place. I don't even know where all of them are. And there's this thing I have here where I'm making a new necklace. And then I got these that I made. Aren't they cute? And this is what I do. And then I cook, I clean. I got my little garden over there because they kept poisoning my plants outside, so I just started planting my stuff inside. I got little jars of crystals. I put these little things in there when I get the, like when stuff breaks off of these. I think there's some in here. And then this thing, because nobody came to see me for my birthday, I went and took myself to Piggly Wiggly because it's the only place I could go. And I got myself cupcakes that had these on them. Like, isn't it cute? And this I got from the Dollar Tree during Christmas time. So I didn't have enough money to get myself a Christmas tree. So I got that and I made myself my own little Christmas tree for the cupcakes were I think $10. And then that tree was $1. So for $11. And I just kept them here. And I got another one here. And I got these little ones from the Dollar Tree. And I put them there. So those of you guys who think I have like a lot of money, like this is all from the Dollar Tree or the Goodwill. The curtains I got off Amazon. These. And they were like $5. Oh, now the light's weird. That chair. Remember Donna, my old neighbor? She moved away. She was nice, even though she was stealing from me when she'd come here. She thought I didn't know, but she would be sitting at the table. Like we'd have coffee together in the mornings, and she'd sit at the table and she'd be talking, and then she'd be like putting stuff in her pocket. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, oh, I really like it. Can I have it? She stole so much of my jewelry. My grandma hasn't visited any place I've had in, God, 14 years? Yeah, she hasn't set foot in any of my places for almost 14 years. I think the last time my mom came over here was 6 months ago, maybe 8 months ago. I think it was like last July. The last time I saw my sister, one of my sisters here, was like 2 to 3 months ago when she came to pick me up. Or like, no, it was a month ago during Christmas time. No, that was my dad that picked me up. And a month before that, it was my sister that picked me up. And it's only one day a month. My other sister has never visited me in any of my places. And my brother's never visited any of my, like, ever. He never leaves the basement. Unless he goes to work. The last romantic relationship I had ended in 2016 or 2017. I've kissed one person since then, 2 years after that, and it was for a span of a month. It was that Colin guy who was a handler, paid for by the nutties, and I scared him off real quick. You want to know how? I was like, I really like you. Can we be in a relationship? Bro, he ran off so quick. I was like, bye, bitch. There's someone else who's been trying to get like to hang out with me, but I'm pretty sure he's another one of the ones that's been bought and paid for. So I just ignore it. My ex tried to show one of my exes, the Aries, that I rarely ever talk about. It took me 10 years to get over him. Me and him dated when I was 19 or 20, and he was 21. And we broke up about almost a year later. And it took me a good 8, 9, 10 years to get over it. I really loved him. I was so in love with him. He's been bought and paid for by the nutties. Corey's bought and paid for, and he fucking admitted it. His mom admitted it. They're the ones that stole my house and the keys, the cats, and all that stuff. She came over, stole my keys, kicked me out. She caused a fight. I left. And when I came back, my keys were gone because she caused the fight after she stole my keys, knowing that she was instigating me to leave the house. Because she knew I'd go spend the night at my parents' house because I wouldn't stay the night there after she caused a fight in that house. I said I'm leaving, so when she's gone, I'll come back. When I came back, the doors were locked and everything, and Corey was upstairs drinking with his fuck buddy. And he wouldn't even open the door. He kept trying to get the guy who he was fucking in the house to go hide in the closet or some shit. And then when he opened the door, his mom was on his headpiece telling him what to do. He stole over $6,000 of crystals that I had from my shop on Etsy. He stole my artwork, my grandfather's belongings, my dad's belongings, all the furniture we bought, all my clothes, all the bedding, 4 cats, everything. And recently, people in my family have been opening up credit cards and cell phones under my name. I checked my credit score and it dropped 200 points in a month. My credit score, I had it built up back up to 630, and I checked it yesterday and it's at 431. And I pay every bill on time. Every fucking bill. I pay it on time with the little money I have. And these people just try to do it every fucking time. I went to the grocery store and they didn't even accept my food stamps for tea I was getting, herbal tea. They charged me $11 for a $5 tea. And when I went back and I'm like, you double charged me for this, they're like, do you want store credit? I'm like, no, I'd like that cash so I can go buy some cat food. No, can I buy cat food with the store credit? No, you can get another tea. Okay, but that tea was $5. You're only giving me back $4. Do you have another dollar? No. And then you guys think that I'm like sitting here, you know, doing dark shit towards you. Like, bro, I'm trying to eat and like support myself and fix my teeth. I'm too busy to like be doing dark magic against you guys. And even if I was, it would probably blow up in my own face because of how kind I am. I'd probably start crying before I ever even managed to utter like dark intentions. Like, if you guys really knew me, you'd probably want to like hug me all the time and like buy me puppies and stuffed animals instead of thinking that I'm doing bad shit to you. Like I don't get it. When are you guys gonna realize I'm not the problem? I'm the one that people are making out to be the problem so that I don't get helped because people like seeing me suffer. Lily, stop licking the fucking curtains, bruh. Stop. Just stop. No, that's not even an answer, dude. Like, you're licking the fucking curtain. It's been 3 years of me constantly telling you to stop doing that. Stop it. And she licks her fucking face. I can't. I can't. That cat is not a cat, bro. That cat is not a cat. God help me. Do you know what my life feels like to me? Like God's doing this to me. You had enough yet? You had enough yet? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, nope. And I'm like, okay, but I've had enough. And he's like, nope. And I'm like, okay, but I've had enough. Nope. Okay, why are you doing this? Oh, we're preparing you. We're preserving you. We're unlocking your abilities. We're strengthening you. For what? World leadership? Like, what the fuck do you want me to do? Be president of fucking Earth? God. I mean, okay, fine. I'll do it. I'll be president of the Earth. What's my first thing I get to do? I don't know. I think I'm gonna go. She's at it again with her. You can hear the birds. Thank you, birds. At least they're louder than her fucking lip smacking. I can't believe this fucking animal, dude. How can you be a cat? I mean, at least a dog makes that noise when they're licking their balls, but this cat just sits there staring at me doing that. Like, what the fuck? Oh my god. And then when I comment on it and then when I say something on it, I'm the one that looks fucking crazy. Like, bro, why are you getting pissed off over a cat doing that? Because it's been 3 years of me and this cat in this apartment in total silence in the middle of the fucking night being woken up by. And then she stops. Do you hear her? Oh, no, of course you can't hear her because the stupid fucking thing isn't going to pick up the sound. What it picks up the sound of is barely me and it echoes and it fish bowls whatever you're looking at. Ugh. 4 fucking years of being on YouTube and less than 400 subscribers intentionally done by gang stalkers. Like, for real? It's still unbelievable to me. Like, wow, I'm really that important? You guys made a career out of, like, harassing me? That's awesome. I can't look at it like a victim. Like, I don't know if you guys think that I feel victimized by it or not, but I'm really kind of amused by it. And I'm kind of feeling a little confident. It's taking so many people to try to beat me down emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and physically, and all of them are failing. And they have failed and they will fail. All they're doing is making me stronger. I mean, goddamn, I'm controlling weather patterns on other sides of the planet just based on my fucking mood and what I say. What am I going to do when I actually learn how to control this? I channel gods and goddesses like I'm breathing in and out. I shapeshift my body. Like, there's so much you guys don't know about. What's going to happen when I actually harness this power and I've had enough of taking everybody's shit? What happens when I stop playing with my hair color and I let my real white hair grow out? The white hair I've had since I was little. You guys think my hair is black or whatever. No, babes, no. It's fucking white. Like albino white. But I have to constantly dye my hair. I started dyeing my hair when I was 13, when my hair started going full white. It was going white when I was from 7 to 13. It started, well, I noticed it fully, like these were all going white after I had that demonic experience with a succubus and incubus after I was molested when I was 7. And they tried to possess me with that satanic ritual abuse shit in Germany. And when we came to the United States, there were these people that had like a Middle Eastern brotherhood of some kind who were doing rituals in the basement of our apartment unit on Devon Street by Peterson near Mather High School. And they conjured up a fucking demon in the apartment. And I remember slamming the bathroom door as my mom was giving my sister the shower. And I was just screaming and crying because there was a fucking chimera in the living room with 2 giant winged demons on either side walking towards me while the people in the basement were chanting over and over and over this weird fucking chant. After that day, I got molested again. And then I had like this incubus haunting throughout the house, and shit was moving around, and there were like these weird ghost things and like weird ghost apparition things happening. It was terrifying, man. It was fucking terrifying. The day after, I was slamming my hands on that bathroom door to open it, and I ran behind the fucking toilet and I sat there screaming and crying, and my mom's like looking at me. She didn't even ask me if I'm okay. She just looked at me and continued to give my sisters a bath while I'm sitting there shaking and crying. My hair went white that day, like white. And I went to like a Walgreens or whatever the fuck was over there at the time, a week later, and I got myself rich mahogany hair dye. And I just started dyeing my hair rich mahogany for years. And then I started bleaching my hair when I was 27, 28. I was dating an Aquarius named Jimmy. After we broke up, I missed him so much. And I was so fucking tired of being who I was that I stood in front of the mirror and like cut all my hair off, bleached the fuck out of it, put on some fucking tight pants, a tank top, put on all my jewelry, eyeliner, and I fucking went to the bar and drank myself stupid. Woke up in the middle of the fucking like 4 in the morning, sleeping next to a chain link fence. And I'm like, what the fuck? How did I get over here? And I had my hair blonde since then for like from 27 to like 40. And like blonde with, variations here and there, different random colors. And then I started noticing everybody I was watching on YouTube were like copying, my hair pattern, my hair color, and like my living room set and all this stuff. Living room set, my fucking living room that you guys perceive as a set because I'm on your television screen. So I figured, let me dye my hair green and see who copies this hair color. Lo and behold, they copied the green hair color. So I kept it green for a while, and I'm going to change it again, but I'm not going to tell you what I'm changing it to, because I want you to see exactly who's fucking copying me after I change it. So I'm not going to say anything about it until I actually do it. But rest assured, those people that wear costumes on their videos, they've already shown you. Especially Carissa with her fucking videos where she has a few where she's wearing a white long-haired wig and she's blatantly insulting me in the videos. The other one she has is a long green wig, blatantly insulting me in the videos. And then Natalie from Alchemy, bro, that bitch is like spying with spyware on people in their houses. It's disgusting. Legit spyware. Like she sits there talking to you guys on video, but she's typing to someone else and she has AirPods in, being fed information on what to tell you, and then she's like, clear it and ground, because she's telling them to clear it and give them new information on somebody else. If you guys were in tune with your guides, you know this too. Do you have any idea how exhausting it is to be so aware in a world of so many blind people? I still can't get over there's actually people in this fucking chat room. Like, there's people here. And it's live. I thought this was private. I'm sorry that there's no chat room for me to talk to you guys. I didn't think that this was going to be a public video. I was just venting to myself. And I wasn't sure if I was going to post this or not. But God had other plans, I guess. But I'm going to go. Whoa, that's bright. Oh, I'm the bright one. Okay. All right. So it's me that's making all this weird light. Well, that sure as fuck ain't the sun. Is it? Oh my God, it's 9 in the morning. I love playing with light. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Where's the button? I hope this shows you guys who I am, what I am, and like my genuine vibe without channeling, without cards, without like pulling in God goddess energy, where it's just oh. Oh. I gotta go. Oh my God. Oh my God. Bro, the nausea is real. Oh shit. Oh my God. By the way, if you guys get nauseous, rub your earlobes. It's a trick I learned from an acupuncturist. We have right here, there's You see how the ear is shaped? It's basically like a fetus. So this is the head. That's like your stomach area, like right here. So she told me that if we get nauseous or anxious, to massage the part of the ear that connects to that chakra point. So my stomach area is like not about poop, okay? If it was poop, I'd be honest about it with you. I mean, I fucking tell you everything, but I can't tell you about this. So just like rub that area. So if you're anxious, you want to rub that part, which is that would be your head. If your feet hurt, it's more over here and that line right there. Anyway, it's a neat little trick. But I love you guys. Take care of yourself. And honestly, I've been checking the book sales and it says 0 because they've been like hacking my accounts. So if you've been buying the books, thank you. I can't send you a thank you note because they've deleted who has been buying the books, so I can't see. And on my spring.com whatever website, there's a lot of stuff on there you guys can purchase. I only get like a percentage, like barely 10% of the profit from it. So most of it just goes to the people that make the clothing and the accessories. I only get like a 10% or something. So thank you if you guys have been buying from that. Thank you to you guys who have been donating. I mean, it's been very few of you, like maybe one a month that has been doing it, but thank you. It actually has saved my butt a lot of times because the disability check I get, it's not enough. I mean, you try living off of $900 a month. It's saying it out loud is just unbelievable. I'm gonna go before I start crying because usually when I'm gonna cry, I start channeling to avoid that emotion because I don't like it. I cry too much as it is. Pisces, Ascendant, and Vedic. I'm in tears all the time. But that's not even my. Oh, that's another thing. You guys think I have like like you guys know my birth chart. You guys don't know. The birth chart I've given you is a tropical one and the Vedic one, right? But there's just the original D1 chart. Since I've been married, my chart is different. It's not those anymore. My actual now in the 40 and onward stage of my life, my sun sign, I think, is either a Leo or a Virgo. But I think my moon sign is still Gemini, so that Gemini like feistiness is still in me. I don't know. Once I figure out how all the D1 through D60 charts work, I'll let you guys know and I'll teach you. But what I do know about it is that once you get married or you buy a house, you've moved into the technically the adult stage of your life. So you've succeeded the birth chart. So if your birth chart says you're a Scorpio sun, and then like mine was in Vedic, it was a Scorpio sun, Pisces ascendant, and Gemini moon. It was not an easy time, let me tell you. But since I got married, and then divorced, and then I had a house, and then lost the house, and then a car, and then lost the car, my birth chart changed because I learned all those lessons that those planets had to show me and all those karmic whatevers, and it switched to other charts. So my original chart in like tropical, I think I'm a sun sign Sagittarius. Do I even act like a Sagittarius? And I think my moon sign was a Cancer, and my ascendant was Aries. I think somebody lied to me about what time I was born. My mom doesn't know. My dad doesn't know. My grandma doesn't know. My grandpa has passed away. My other grandpa has passed away. My other grandmother is in Germany and hasn't talked to me in 35 years. And when she did talk to me, she would supposedly she was trying to kill me when I was a baby. I don't know. But and my birth certificate doesn't have my birth time listed on it. It's like blacked out. I swear to God, I don't even have a copy of it anymore. Like it's just gone. So I don't even have like a birth certificate. I have a copy of a copy of a translated birth chart or birth certificate. And it's not even accurate. It doesn't even have my name spelled right. And it was translated in like 4 different languages. So I genuinely have no idea what time I'm born. If somebody can do a chart, I think it's called a chart rectification or something like that. And you want to like help me out with that, and I'll give you like a couple of free readings in exchange, that would be great because I would love to know what my birth chart really is. I mean, I'm willing to barter with you. I can like trade your readings and you can like help me out with my birth chart. But I prefer the Vedic one. So like, because I was born in the Middle East, and the Vedic stuff is more over there. I wasn't born in the United States to really go with the tropical stuff. So yeah, let me know. My email is evasophia@hotmail. That's the only email I use. I've had other emails, but they got spammed out because of the gang stalkers. So with the Hotmail one, I mean, it's still hacked, but at least like it's not Google, you know? Not that there's anything wrong with Google. I mean, it's a big search engine, but most of the gang stalkers seem to really be able to hack that stuff. And what else was I going to tell you? Yeah, if you guys need a private reading or whatever, I can do one for you. And if you don't have money for it, we can like do a barter or an exchange. You don't need to just have, worry about money. But if you are like, if you, it's so weird because I even know how to manifest money. It just doesn't seem to fucking happen yet. It's like God's storing it all in some giant fucking Santa Claus bag to whack me over the head with it eventually, and with like a giant windfall of money. I don't know. But I have faith, I'm patient, and I'm doing what I'm told to do by God. So if you guys need my help, let me know. Because I sure as fuck know that I need to figure out what my real birth chart is. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go. I love you guys. I hope this shows you who I am and my real vibe and all that, okay? I'm your friend, I'm not your enemy. Don't make me your enemy, because apparently I'm a really badass bitch and I can kick your ass. I'm gonna go.